All right, in this video, I'm going to explain briefly the basics of Le Chatelier's principle. So, Le Chatelier's principle states that when we have a chemical reaction within a closed system, the reactants and products are going to want to remain in equilibrium, meaning we're going to want to have equal amounts of reactants and products. If that isn't the case, if something happens and we have more reactants or more products, the reaction's going to shift so that we can get back to and reestablish equilibrium. So, in Le Chatelier, and this is only, I should mention this is only for reversible reactions. So in this reversible reaction, A plus B to C plus D, I can go either way. So I can go A plus B to form C plus D, or I can combine C and D to form A and B. So if I were to add more A to this reaction, my concentration of A would increase quite a bit. So I would throw off this reaction, I would throw off the equilibrium of this reaction, because now I would have much more A than B. So my reaction would shift to the right to use up that extra A by creating more C and D. However, if I had more C and, or I'm sorry, let's say more C, if I added more C to this equation, or to this reaction, I would throw off the equilibrium again, but this time on the opposite side of the reaction. So in order to maintain or go back to equilibrium, my equation would have to shift to the left to use up all of that C and create more A and B to get back to equilibrium. So when I'm adding concentrations, my equilibrium is going to shift in the direction away from the additional concentrations. So if I add extra A or B, my reaction is going to shift to the right. If I add more C or D, my equation is going to shift to the left. The other way I can throw off equilibrium in terms of concentrations is if I remove either reactants or products. So let's say I'm using up a lot of my C. In order to get back to equilibrium, I need to produce more C. So my reaction is going to shift to the right. Likewise, I could also use up B. And in order to make more B to get back to equilibrium, my equation would shift to the left. So when I am removing concentrations, my equilibrium or my reaction is going to shift in the direction of the lower concentration. So if I remove C or D, my reaction is going to shift to the right to produce more C or D. If I remove A or B, my reaction is going to shift to the left to create more A and B to get back to equilibrium. Just keep in mind, Le Chatelier's principle just states that our reaction wants to be in equilibrium with equal amounts of reactants and products. So if that equilibrium is not in place, if I have more reactants or more products, my reaction is going to shift to either produce more reactants or products and get back to equilibrium. For a more detailed video on this, I've actually posted one on my website under the Unit 12 Equilibrium page. There's a YouTube video there that goes into a bit more detail than this, but this is the basic quick overview of Le Chatelier's principle.